Slicing is fine. Slicing is just part of indexing. So here also this is there, but I don't think so. One thing, item assignment can be done. Item assignment, but in strings we can't do. Like, so this is my string, and here I want to make that h 0th position. I'm trying to put capital H, so it will not do. It will say item assignment not supported. Okay, so how you would do this? Instead, using replace, you will replace the small h with the capital H. In that way you will be able to change it. So item assignment is particularly not possible. Okay, so now we have one more thing here, which is my tuple. Indexing supports, duplicate supports, ordered supports, mutable no, immutable, item assignment supports. So this is one thing which tuple doesn't support. Okay, and we have understood that when we have to assign a empty list, we have to create one third bracket. When we want to assign an empty string, single inverted commas, tuple, then this bracket. Okay, guys, this is a tuple. Now we will see different examples. Okay, let's see. First, less heading. So now, for example, I'm trying to initialize an empty tuple. This is an empty tuple. So let's make sure this is whether tuple or not. What is my machine even understanding by this tuple one? Always you can check the type. Square, yes. Unbarasan, we can say square brackets or third bracket. And that bracket, parenthesis, I think parentheses are all brackets. It's like round bracket or first bracket. Okay, so we have three brackets especially. So these are my first brackets, second bracket, third bracket. These are tuples and these are list. We haven't seen this yet. We will see this later on. Curly braces or second bracket? Yeah, it's curly braces, correct. That are correct. Okay, this is my tuple. So let's add numbers inside my tuple. Like I was doing in, yeah, that is Saturn dictionary. We'll come to that. 1, comma 2, comma 3, 4. Okay. These are my tuples. Let's see the type. So what happens when we discuss one by one data structure? It's easy. But when we are done with the teaching of all the data sets, then the brackets are confusing you. So that is the problem which students have, is that after we are done with all these data structures, so it's very difficult for you to remember which bracket is for which particular data structure. So please try to make a note of these things and revise that particular thing, or else you will get confused and then it will be like too much chaos. So from now, try to make it, very clearly, make a notes or very clearly get an idea of which bracket is to which data structure. Okay, this is again my tuple. Fine. So what we can see over here, they have, this is item, this is tuple. So we have a variable, the name of the variable is A, and three elements. So in tuple also you can have as list any data type. We can have strings, we can have floats, we can have any data types. So always this brackets, first bracket is also not mandatory, but please guys don't do that. Try to always put this first bracket. These are for people who have done it for like long time. They're very confident that they won't do any wrong, they won't get confused. So right now don't do that. Always use this first bracket. And then that you can put integer or you can put any string. So you check the type and what do you get? You get the tuple for each types. Okay. So I told you tuples are immutable, which means you can't change it. But tuples support indexing, which means tuple support indexing, right? We can see over here. So tuple, of course, if we put 2, which is second index, which means third element, so we are able to extract pine. Indexing, we are clear. So same concept over here as well. So when we put 2 over this, we get pine. Fine. Now updating items. So there are few things like we have seen append keyword inside in list. In the same way, we can use append keyword in case of, so obviously tuples we can't add any number, but here we are using append to add a number, add a element. So don't get confused because you can clearly see in case you want to do that, you have to first convert that. Yeah, so here you have to first convert that particular tuple. Right now this tuple has 5 elements, so I'm converting that tuple into list. Only after that I'm able to use this append keyword. Finally it's not a tuple anymore, it's a list. So I couldn't directly use append keyword over the tuple. I have to do it over list. So before that I have to convert it to list. Okay. What what demonstration are you looking for? Because list you know how to append or how to remove, how to whatever. But tuple we're not able to do it only, So what are you exactly looking for? Can you just explain a little bit more? We can't do that. That is why we say it's immutable. We cannot add or remove elements in tuples. If you want to do that, you always have to convert it. So read this. Once a tuple is created, then you can't change in it because tuple is immutable. But we can make changes by converting it into list. Once the changes are made, again we can convert the list into tuple. So when we say, okay, Ashwin keep saying how it defines. So now this is my list. I can append now. I can add any element now. Item assignment in tuple is not possible. We can't change anything. Okay. So what did I say? Did I say yes or something in the last section? Okay. Uh, okay. Then this is wrong, guys. Thank you for pointing out. Here there is something because this when I say this, obviously this is wrong because item assignment, which means is I'm changing a particular element. So I can't do that in tuple because tuples are immutable and not mutable. Okay. So list one. Thank you, Pavan Kumar. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is my list. Okay, this is spelling is wrong, no? Okay, fine. List one. So I am then I can here I am having. So I added three at the end. I got it. So I can again convert it into tuple. How? Same way. So this is my tuple with an element added. But when I was adding, I converted it into list. So that is a trick I did, but I can't directly add any element inside tuple without converting it. So not directly I can do that, right? Okay, fine. So this is my, so here you understood this part then, right? So again, now let's see about, let's look at sets, guys, okay? List and tuple, if at the end we have to convert in, Shrey, the thing over here is tuple are those kind of data structures which can't be changed, right? Okay. If so, tuples. Okay, let me clarify Shrey first. So, very important question, very important question which you have asked me. Every people have this question. So, you will probably store those elements in tuple. Okay, you will probably store those elements in tuple which you don't want to change specifically. So you don't want to. So right now we are converting into list to make any changes. Yes, Ashwin, it's correct. It's correct. So to make any changes, we are converting into list. So what are we trying to? What we will be storing in tuple? We will store something in tuples, which we want to make sure that no matter what happens, this won't change even by mistake while doing the project or appending something into something. Until and unless we are converting the data structure, we are sure that we are not going to change that particular, because you don't have to only convert it, then you have to again convert back to list. So basically, yeah, you can think about it that way. Something which you don't want to change, you will use that, then you will use tuple data structure. We won't see anything like that regarding tuples, that it's faster or not, but it's basically we can't change, it's immutable. Okay, so do you want, because we are that we have remaining last topic set for today, we will discuss that, and then all we would be like done, and we will talk about, we'll do a quick revision of what we have done till now, and in the tomorrow session we will learn about dictionary and we will move forward. So guys, do you want a break for like 5 minutes? Okay, okay, please just take some time so that we can talk more and we can hello and world. When I'm adding them, it's becoming as a whole. So if I put a space over here, I will see that space coming over here. So I see that space over here, so this space is reflecting. So in this way, I can use add to concatenate two strings to one string. Okay, fine. Now we will come to, yeah, yes, Divya Darshini, we can do that also. It absolutely works. Okay, fine. So now let's talk about sets, guys. Sets is another data structure. So tomorrow we will talk about dictionary. Please bring up the doubts, and also we will have some time left. We will have a test. okay, on the topics we have discussed. So please be prepared for tomorrow. Sets. Okay, so set is a data structure. How is it different? Let's come to this point. Let's come to this comparative. Sets, indexing, no. Duplicates, doesn't support. Ordered, no. Mutable, yes. Item assignment, no. So we see almost nothing is possible with sets. So why is sets? Why are we learning it, right? Because maybe we are trying to. These problems are helping us to. How can we make this as an opportunity? So I won't say that. Let's come to each of these points. Okay, we will come. We'll come and check. Okay. So first, if you want to create a set, then set one. Mutable means we can change, we can add or remove. So curly braces and add elements, right? So now this has become my set. Run it, see set. So now let's see. Let's check with duplicate numbers. Okay. So let me see my set one. What is the issue? Why are we saying it that we have like given a lot of things as conclusions, that indexing no, duplicates no, ordered no. Let's see them. First of all, we had how many six? One, two, three, four. They got reduced to one. So all my duplicates went. They disappeared. So I won't be able to have all my duplicate values in my set. Let me put here 1, comma 2. Let's see. Next point is unordered. So ordered, I said no, which means it's unordered. So if I check over here, can you see it's unordered? Why? Because I have added the values in a certain order. But actually, if you see the set one, you can see that it has sorted itself in a way from it is ascending order, right? So sets are unordered. It don't does not maintain the order. Sets also does not support indexing because to support indexing it has to be ordered, right? Because if sometimes it go to because right now it looks like okay, this is at my which index 0, 1, 2, 3. Now it went to last. So if it changes the index like this, then it is very difficult to understand. So indexing doesn't support. Ordered also not. Duplicate values also we can't have. Exactly, unbarasan. Sorry for that. Unbarasan. Exactly. So whenever we want to have only unique elements, we can use set. Whenever we want to sort it, we can use set. So this is the problem which we were having. We are using it as an opportunity now. So whenever you want to remove any extra, whenever you want to remove duplicate numbers, use set. Simple. That just works. So suppose I have a list where I have 2 comma 3 comma like that. Okay, like this. So I told you, give me a list such that you only have the unique numbers. So if you would do that without using set, it would take a long process. You have to use loops. But if you use set, so you have to just convert this list one to set. Now see, all duplicates also removed, and it also got sorted. So it is doing a work. Okay, this is clear, guys, that these 3 points are clear. Clear. Okay, so yeah, set 1 is not defined, which means you have to uh, make sure you have this. Did you run this cell to make sure the spelling is correct? Okay, if you do this, it will be fine. It is not able to understand the set 1. So if you do it, it will be fine. Okay, so this is my set. So again, let's read it from here. Can we store string value in set? Yes, probably, yeah, completely, absolutely. We can store. List 1. List 1 is my list only, no? Okay, this one, okay. This one, of course. Just put it inside list again. It will become my list. Sorting, whenever you convert into set, sorting is done itself. Use yourself. Just focus. There are week, week. We have the weekdays as well as weekends, Monday to Sunday. So we see the days for the day output. We see this is the output. For type, we see set is the output. And this is again, I told you not to look at these right now because we haven't learned for loop. We will come to that. We will understand all of these then. Okay, fine. So there are few more things which they don't have over here, which I would like you to know, like us to talk about. So give me a second. So we just discussed, right, that sets are mutable, which means we can change. So don't forget about this particular command, guys, length. So whenever you want to look for the length, you can just, if you want to look for the length of the set, you can use this command directly. You will get number of elements you have. Okay, and we have one add. When you want to add something in our set, so you can use this command dot add. For example, 5. Okay, so set 1 will be my 1 3 4 5 ABCQWE. Okay, we can add it in this way. So when you want to pop it, you want to pop anything, you use pop. But here there is no guarantee that it would just remove the last element. It can remove any element. So it removed first element. It removed first element. Looks like, but actually it doesn't work that way. So it will remove any element at any time. So let me see my set 1 as of now. Or just let me check. Actually, it's removing elements from the beginning. Yeah. It has no particular way. If I'm trying to remove any particular index elements, it's so we can't put any pop takes no argument in case of set. Okay. So which we could have done in case of our so in C this here it is the second. So always remember when you use pop, so there is no guarantee which element will remove. It is random. Okay, and fine. So we also have one more thing. This is my set. This is my set. So I want to, I have set to something, okay? And I have to comma this, something like that. Okay, like this. So I think to dot update set one. Okay, this is a two time I've got comma. So set two. Now you will have all the elements in your set two just by this command. So you can add two sets using this particular command. I think we can also do that, here itself. So let me hash it, and here I can have set one. Let me just check. Okay, this one. Yeah, it's not sorted because probably we are updating. Let me just see. Duplicates are not there. First thing. Um, this 12, no, this 12 is not following the sort order. Why is it so? One, this two has come before three, and four has come. Why is it 12 is not sure why. 13. These two, some reason this is not getting sorted. Mm, why? 12, why will 12 be considered a string? Let me check.